It is Late Date with Cathal. 2 more hours of music on the way, but now with the time at 5 minutes to midnight. Let's go over to Met Éireann for the weather and sea area forecast. Here's Paul Downs.
Well, Cathal, it's a wet and blustery night with a yellow rainfall warning in effect for the whole country and a yellow wind warning for southern coastal counties coming into effect at 5 a.m. Further spells of heavy rain will spread across the country early tonight with continued risk of localised flooding. A break to clear spells and scattered showers will follow for a time before further heavy rain extends from the southwest near dawn. Mainly moderate to fresh south to southeasterly winds will increase fresh to strong and gusty in Munster and South Leinster towards dawn. Lowest overnight temperatures of 8 to 12 degrees. Tuesday will be a wet and windy day with fresh to strong and gusty southerly winds, strongest in the morning in southern and southeastern coastal counties and extending to eastern coastal counties as the day progresses. Showers or longer spells of rain will extend across the country from the south through the morning, bringing heavy downpours with the risk of isolated thunderstorms at times and a continued risk of localised flooding. Highest temperatures of 11 to 14 degrees. Winds will ease on Tuesday night and will be mostly cloudy with scattered showers on Wednesday in a cool 11 to 13 degrees. And now for your sea area forecast. There is a gale warning in operation. The meteorological situation as of 9 p.m. A strong depression of 977 hectopascals to the southwest of Ireland maintains a fresh to strong and gusty southeasterly airflow over the country, with frontal troughs embedded in the flow. The depression centre gradually weakens as it tracks northeastward across Ireland through Tuesday. Forecasts from Carnshaw Point to Roches Point to Valentia. Winds southerly to south, force 6 to 7 and gusty, imminently increasing force 7 to strong gale force 9 and gusty, later veering southwesterly and gradually decreasing force 5 to 6 by the end of the period. Forecasts from Valentia to Erishead to Fairhead. Winds southeast to east force 5 to 6 and gusty, soon becoming cyclonic variable force 4 to 6, later becoming northerly and increasing force 5 to 6 and gusty by the end of the period. Forecasts from Fairhead to Hothead to Carnshaw Point and for the Irish Sea. Winds southeast to south force 5 or 6 and gusty, reaching force 7 at times in the Northern Channel. Soon increasing southerly force 6 to gale force 8 and gusty, later easing southwesterly force 5 to 7 by the end of the period. And the weather for all Irish coastal waters and for the Irish Sea. Outbreaks of rain, heavy at times. Some heavy showers with a risk of isolated thunderstorms soon. Visibility for all Irish coastal waters and for the Irish Sea, moderate to poor in precipitation. There is a warning of heavy swells on western coasts on Tuesday. An outlook for further 24 hours. Strong to near gale force cyclonic north to northwesterly winds, becoming fresh to strong northerly on Wednesday afternoon. Weather, scattered showers, becoming mostly fair. And now for your coastal reports at 11 p.m. Malin Head, south-southeast, 12 knots, rain shower, 16 miles, 995, falling. Boy M5, southeast, 22 knots, the visibility at Tusker Lighthouse is 8 miles, 993, falling rapidly. Roches Point, south, 28 knots, gust 36 knots, moderate rain 3 miles, 989, falling rapidly. Valentia south, 13 knots, gust 26 knots, recent rain 5 miles, 987, falling rapidly. Belmullet, southeast, 6 knots, light rain 6 miles, 991, falling. Dublin Airport, southeast, 13 knots, cloudy, 13 miles, 996, falling. And that is all from me and the team at Met Éireann. Have a good night.
Thanks very much for that, Paul. The news at midnight is next.